So, good morning, gang. I was not expecting to do a live session today, so I am winging this a little bit. I'm doing a bunch of things simultaneously. I am live fire testing my trade copier today, which I did not expect to be doing live. So that's throwing a little bit of a switch into things. But so be it. And I am also I am both screen sharing Zoom and recording my screens locally so that I can get this view, which you can't see, but now you can. So this is my other monitor over here on the right. This is where all my accounts are, all my account trade windows are, and I want to capture that. I want a recording of what I do on screen and how all these behave so that I can troubleshoot anything that doesn't behave properly. So I have a lot going on. I have a lot of recording happening between both Zoom and my local recorder. So let's see if I can bring my computer to its knees. All right, 2 minutes out. So this is where I normally start to look at things. Lee kind of already did it in the eyes if you were there, but we've got UB at the low. We've got a zero print smack dab in the center of the profile, which is interesting. And, we're opening down in the lower-ish area, kind of near the lower value area. So, who knows? At the moment, there's no crystal clear anything. And it's a Monday too. So, no bias. I got to just not have any particular bias in mind. Although, how can I not be biased to the downside at some point? But it doesn't mean it's going to be instant. Doesn't have to do it straight out of the gate. So we shall see. I have got my funded account on the left. And then I've got my trade copy master on the right, and then all the slaves. Actually, it's not quite all the slaves because there's one. Whoops, hello. There's one more hiding back behind there, but you can't see that. So let's put this back. There we go. All right, 1 minute to go. Just gonna let it open. See what it wants to do. Is that? No, that's not the zero print that we were talking about, is it? Oh, it is. Yeah. Okay. Yep, there it is. That's the overnight zero print at 95. Yeah, 95. Okay. Take a sip of tea. I'm going to need more shortly. Maybe we get a morning, a period oil early trade, quick and easy, and then I can go get some tea. We'll see. My funded account is not on SIM. That is what they are all called. That is my funded, quote unquote, funded, because they're all SIMs, right? It's a live SIM. There's no such thing as, well, it's not that there's no such thing, but very few of these evaluator companies will actually fund you when you pass the test. So, okay, we're pushing up. We have UB on both sides. However, I am feeling like if we push down, I think we're going to continue. So for the moment, I'm going to get my stop orders in there to stop into the downside because we're not going up. We do have UB up there, but we're just not heading that way. So let's see what we get. Boy, we're just going nowhere. Holy cow. I mean, just dead stop. What the heck? Wow, here we go. All right. Heading lower, looking for some follow through. We're stopped in with UB. And there we go. Certainly, if we rotate higher. Actually, we don't have UB up at the top. Oh, I've got an erroneous label. Okay, scratch that. I'm going to have to look into that at some point. My labels are wrong. So we have a finished auction up here, actually. But certainly, if we rotate up above that, I'm going to just say, that's it. I'm wrong. All right, more UB. Good. Come on. Really? Wow. Come on. Let's get some follow through. Certainly feels heavy. Just no aggression. What the heck? Holy cow. Come on. Wow. Come on. Well, here we go. All right. And break it on through. Come on. I want to just get my stop in. One more push down and I'll get my stop in. Nope. 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 All right. Back to the open. Max delta. Come on. Here we go. All right. Let's go. All right. Now they're going to push on it. Get my stop in now. Okay, stop is in place. Let's see. We got UB. Good. I want to see it push. Here it goes. Okay. Grab a couple more ticks. Just no follow through. What the heck? Price rejector, but it's not really going anywhere. So I think we're going to keep pushing. Come on. Somebody just drop a couple hundred lot or something. No, it's probably going to take me. Oh, maybe not. Okay, come on. Here we go. Come on. Can we push? Can we push? If that price rejector can just break down, just break that pattern. That's what I'm looking for. That pattern. Come on. Come on. You want to do it. I can see it. There it goes. Okay. Couple more ticks. What is this inch at a time? Couple ticks, couple ticks, couple ticks. This is ridiculous. All right. Whatever. Take me. Go ahead. There we go. I'm out. All right. So I'm out. Let's take a peek over here. We got 5 ticks, and let's go to. Oh, actually, you can't see that. Sorry. Let's get into non-sim today. Apply. Oops. That's why. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Did I not turn on? I'm going to feel really. No, I did. Okay. I was intently focused on my domes, so I didn't look to see if any trades filled on my copies, and it's not looking like they did. Actually, duh, I should just go look at the trade windows. Yeah, nothing filled. My copier utterly failed. Well, that's a shame. I wonder why. I have absolutely no idea why, off the top of my head. That's really weird. Yeah, everything's enabled. So I don't know why that failed. That's disappointing. Well, I will have to dig into that. So at the moment, I've got some serious labeling issues here. My TPO is showing UB in totally a weird place. Wow, I got some weird stuff going on with my visualizations. All right, whatever. I'll dig into that at some point. But right now, oil's giving me nothing anyway. I mean, we got a price projector at the low and not a price projector at the top, but we're rotating down. This is crap. There's just nothing for me here. This is not what I normally look for. So yeah, I'm unless hello. I was just gonna say, unless something changes, I don't think I'm gonna be trading anymore, period. But it suddenly got energetic. Okay, I'm gonna throw on a short. Oh, there it goes. All right, I'm short. And my copies, did they fill? No, my copies did not fill. All right, that's really disappointing because that was my main thing this morning was to test my copier. But whatever, I'll look into it. Okay, can we push lower? I still think that overnight low should reasonably be in play. And right now, certainly we're not going up to go down. So, okay, coming up to min delta. Waiting on all this delta here. Min delta, I'm looking to you. And okay, you're holding. And they're trying to push it though. Mm, I really do like the UB and a continuation down. I'm only in a one lot, so I'm gonna sit for a little bit. I'm willing to let this go through the delta range since I'm only in a one lot. I've got the risk room to allow that. Is right now the read is down. I mean, yeah, sure, of course, it could pull back a little bit, whatever, but the read is certainly only to the downside. So I'm going to sit in this even if it pulls into the delta range. And I think here it goes. We get underway. Yes. All right. So now we have a price rejector down there, but I still think I'm eyeing this somewhere down here. So we stabbed down, came right back up again. We do have a price rejector, but only just. It wasn't like there was a huge amount of aggression to push us back up or anything like that. This delta appears to be holding. The aggressive sellers right now are holding it. See if they can lift, the buyers can lift it back to min delta or not. At the moment, it's kind of looking like not. Okay, can we get some follow through to the downside? No, not yet. Actually, why did I do that? I want to leave that visible. Here, I'll just do this. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, here we go. That works. Okay, I'm so bummed about this. Why didn't any of you fill? Why none of you entered? Ah, all right, there's what we're talking about. We'll hide behind the zero print, but can we get some follow through? So look, yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to go back and fill that zero, at least not right now. Of course, I say that, and then maybe. Where's that up front? Nope, there it is. Okay, great. So whatever, got a few more ticks out of that. Again, I got just not a price rejector at the low, but could become one really easy. Just needs a little more volume on the third level, and it would be a price rejector. So yeah. Just this action just blah. This little stab down a few ticks and then come back and then stab down a few ticks and then come back. I don't like this at all. This is not my usual oil. Oil likes to get up and move. It's much more what I'm used to. So I am going to look at my copier and figure out what happened, what didn't work. Yep, auto trade is enabled, Andrew. That was the first thing I thought. Oh, there we go. We got some UB. Okay. See, and then again, stab down a few ticks, come right back up. It's just this is what it's doing. It's ridiculous. I just don't love this. I'm working too hard for my 10 ticks. It's just ugh. I don't really want to get in and then have to sit through a move, back to min delta or something like that. It's just yuck. And like it's maybe doing now. Although, I mean, it could be an interesting re-entry opportunity short up here, maybe. It's kind of looking, I kind of like that. Don't have a price rejector yet, but close. Would I want to get in here? Yeah. Pullback bars. I like that big delta right there. That might have been it. That might have been a good spot to get in, but just the lack of price rejector and not being closer to these deltas here, excuse me, maybe want to reconsider that. And just the fact that we don't have any directional energy, I guess, just come on. I mean, this is crazy. We're 12 minutes in, and this is all we've done. Seriously. Yeah. All right. I want to figure out the copier because I really want to put it through its paces today. I don't understand what happened. All right. And you know what? I can't really test it unless I go into sim because I don't want to fire off trades. All right. So that's working. That's a buy entry. That's a sell entry. Yeah. So that's behaving. Now what happens? All right. If I just mark it short, sell market, what happens? Okay. Everybody got in. So that worked. Okay. Flatten. Now if oops, I don't want to buy. I do that. What happens? Maybe this is a specifically rhythmic thing because I haven't tested an actual entry in rhythmic yet. I just tested placing this initial order marker, and that works. Okay, fill me. Come on. Oh, come on. Fill me. There we go. And okay, it works. So it's working in sim. All right, what's up with that? Why would it? All right, hold on. CL. All my accounts 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, all my accounts are chosen. Everybody looks good. Don't see anything wrong anywhere. Auto trading is enabled for everybody. I don't get it. What? And the markers are placing. I'm just not getting fills. Why would I not get any fills? Hang on. Disable auto trading. It's turned off. Yeah. So it's not disabled. Yeah, auto trading is absolutely enabled. I don't get it. Just don't get it. No, everything looks fine. And orders are initially, there they are, they're placing. Hmm. I am tempted to get short here. I need to test this, so you just do it. I'm just going to throw a short on there. See what happens. I get it. Maybe even come down. I'll come down a tick. Oh, come on. Not here. I should do this. Let me put this up over here. Down here. Go to one of the slaves. There it is. Okay. Oh, oh, that's why. Okay. I know what's going on. Yep. All right. Good. All right. At least I know what is keeping them from entering. I don't know immediately how to fix it. I'll have to go digging, but I know what's causing it. So that's something. Okay. Well, whatever. See this trade out because I did actually want to take that trade. So, and I will scalp out of it possibly, or I might just protect. I don't know. Let's see what we get. Okay, we're up into the passive sellers here. We got a tie for max delta. That's interesting. With min delta sandwiched in between. Okay, now it's gone. So, oh, duh, max delta moved. I totally didn't catch that. So the deltas are now the wrong way around. That's cool. So that means we should move, right? All right. So now I'm kind of liking this over here in my funded too. I don't know that I'll be able to get it now. I'm probably too late. Let's see if I can get it here. Oh, maybe, maybe, maybe. Come on, come on. No. Okay. Shorten my funded. Cool. All right. Now let's see what it can do. We have a price rejector on the pullback at the moment. Let's see if it lasts. Yeah, it's holding. It's rejecting. Mm, 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 mm. And getting a little bit energetic. I don't know if oil is really this slow this morning or this is my screen updating really slowly, but for me, it's barely moving. It's just incredibly, incredibly slow. So it could be all the stuff I'm asking of my machine today. Um, or it could just be the oil's this slow. I mean, certainly we haven't had any big directional momentum. Oh, hello. That was nifty. Okay. That was lovely. In fact, oh yeah, now we are talking. That's what I've been looking for. Okay. Thank you, oil. Whoops, not what I meant to do. Let's just go ahead. If the pullback bar comes up, whoops. Come on. If the pullback bar comes up, I'll get out. I'll take that. But it's kind of looking like it's going to want to continue. There it goes. Yes. All right. Now I think, yes, we might have our trade. Ooh, yay. Oh, now can we just zero in? There we go. UB. Okay. Let's see the overnight in play. God, I wish my copies were working here, man. Oh, well. All right. Let's just keep on keeping on. Actually, well, yeah, that's all right. All right. I'm out in the Lilu. Funded. There's still UB. I still like that we're heading lower. And in fact, if we do head lower, I will get back in again. If we head higher, I'll get out of my funded and probably reestablish. But I like it to continue, and it looks like it's going to. Oh, a little bit of a pullback. Okay. All right, I'm going to put my stop in the Lilu at the same spot as my funded, as if I feel like it's then I'm going to get out of the way in the Lilu. Take a small loss here. I won't turn this into a red day. All right, let's see. Pullback bar so far holding. We got contested deltas. So, oh, now they moved apart again. Okay. Deltas are the right way around now, however. So, but with the low right there, I mean, 10 minutes to go, we could easily get there in 10 minutes. I mean, in oil, we could get there in 2 seconds. But contested delta again. So they are fighting hard here. Who's going to win? It's looking like the sellers. And given that I still think the UB down here, the overnight low is in play, that seems reasonable. But, hey, if I get out, I get out. And I'm probably going to get out. Boom, I'm out. Okay. So, 25 ticks, $250 in the funded, and 18 ticks, $180 in one of my Lilu evals. I'm going to call that good because I got 9 minutes to go before ES opens, and I really want to look into what's going on with my copier, but it's okay, this is the weird thing. It's working in sim. How can it be working in sim? Okay, I just realized that. How on earth can it be working in sim and not be working eval? Oh, that okay. That puts a big wrench in the works for me because I can't. That means I can't test this by actually putting on trades in the evals, which I don't really want to do just to test, right? Okay, so the problem was the entry was getting stuck. Oh shoot, and I can't do that. So let's do this. Entry was getting stuck. Crud. Shoot. Yeah, I'm gonna need to actually sit down and do some troubleshooting on this, which I thought I was going to have this morning to do because I wasn't live until the third session today. But now that I am, I gotta switch gears a little bit. So, oh, this is not at the end. That's interesting. Ah, I should have 18 ticks in every single one of these accounts. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. Oh well, what are you gonna do? All right, let's take this out of sim mode because I don't see. This is the thing. I could just test my copier in sim, right? But I already know it works in sim, so that doesn't really get me anything useful. I'm looking for some useful information on how this works for real. So testing it in sim just doesn't do anything for me. So there's really no point. I have to test it in live market. Well, in eval, whatever, live eval, whatever you want to call it. Oops. Hello. Nice gap in my chart data. Let's reload that. There we go. And what about over here? You look good. Let's just refresh you anyway. Just to wait a minute. Oh, that's weird. Hold on. What's up with that? That's 30 days. This is 4 days. Oh, well, that would do it. This should be on 30 days. That probably means you're on 4 days too. No, you're on 30. Oh, interesting. And you're also on 30. Okay. Just this one stray who didn't end up back on 30, apparently. Okay. So, all right, I can minimize you guys. Now, if I put orders here, whoops, where are we? Oh, we're down there. Okay. If I put an order up here, yeah, there's my buy entry. Everything looks like it's going to work, but I don't believe it actually will. Oh my God. You know what it could be? Oh, geez. I just realized what it might be. It actually might be nothing more complicated than that. Let's see if that changes anything. Do I have a trade right now and see how? Maybe. If we head lower, still pushing the lows. So, maybe the low could be in play if we can push. 5 minutes to go though. This might turn into the B to A in oil. In fact, all right, let's take a quick peek at ES. Wow, and ES has pushed the lows right now. Small range overnight. It hasn't done a whole heck of a lot. It pushed up past the Friday close and then came right back down. Now we're below it. So we are opening right near our lows with UB, excuse me. Unfortunately, we're pushing it. So there may not be an 8 overnight for me in ES this morning. Which, so be it. But certainly if we open like this, then there's no way I got nothing. So let's see. What does oil want to do? I still really am eyeballing that low, that overnight low in oil, but just horrible energy. And ES actually just turned negative also. Just managed to get below its open. So that's additionally an interesting little data point. Why is it? Wait a minute. Something's. Whoa. Wait a second. Hold on. Am I on different contracts? Oh, I am. You didn't roll. Oh. Boom. Okay. Am I roll? No, yeah, oil. I don't need to roll. So yeah, I was not rolled in ES. Ooh. potentially dangerous? Yeah, Andrew, that's a good question. If I got to test live and I have no choice but to test live, then maybe rookie roast. But the thing about rookie roast for me is like that's not me. I don't do that. I don't scalp ranges. I don't play price action. That's just not my thing. I much prefer these structural things. Um, so oil's pushed down lower a teensy bit, but price rejector, it's a nice price rejector too. ES is starting to pick up and move a bit. Let's see, my ESH. Wait, did I get yes, or EPH rather? Yes, EPH there, and this one's already. You're on ESH. Yes, H2. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm rolled. Things are looking a little better now. Yeah. All right. Let's just let this do its thing. Do what ES wants to do out of the gate. It's not looking like I'm going to get a trade here. Oil. The B to A. Well, the B to A would be this right here. So it's kind of a weird spot. Technically, to adhere to my quote unquote rules, playing my B to A. Well, this is A, right? This whole thing, this footprint right here is A period. So B to A would be breaking this low. And once this low is broken, that's it. The setup is over. It's done. Finito. But we haven't gotten the 8 overnight yet. So B to A would be done, but 8 overnight would still be in play. That's a little weird, but it's certainly not infeasible. I mean, here it is. It's playing out right now. So, yeah, I'm going to have a bit of a decision to make with regards to this. Do I continue to play 8 overnight? Do I think 8 overnight is still potentially on the table if B to A completes? I don't know. It's a tough call right now. I don't have a good read on that, good feel on that. ES, I mean, it's looking like it's going to open right smack at the overnight low. So I very likely will not have a trade here right overnight. Hmm. 30 seconds to go to the open. And yeah, if we open 3 or 4 ticks off the low, I mean, come on. Although, I mean, it can shoot the other direction 4 or 5 points and give me an entry. I mean, that can happen. So, I can't say for sure, but this is also why I've just learned over time, no matter how much I feel like I'm going to miss it, I want to get in early. I can't do it. I got to wait till it opens. All right. So we're pushing again. Yeah, we're going to open right on the low. UB. Ooh, but if we were to leave UB here and then shoot the other direction for a bit, that'd be sweet. All right, let's see. And okay, it didn't break. So technically but ugh. As far as I'm concerned, that's a break. I don't have an 8 overnight in ES today. And as sorely tempted as I am to get long, if it pushes higher, like stop in beyond this, whatever, I just not doing it. Not doing it. That's Monkey. Monkey's coming out. Hi, Monkey. How you doing? Whoa, oil just caught a little bit of a bid there. Wow. That was interesting. Wow. So B to A in oil. Well, price rejector down here, UB at the high. Right, this instant, we're kind of trying to push higher. The rotation for this candle, quote unquote, is up. We've got UB at the top of it. So, I don't know. Ugh, boy, tough call. Given how much of a hard time it had getting anywhere above about here, all this negative delta right here, I don't love the idea of getting long into that. I'm going to stand up, stretch. Okay, well, B period, or rather, excuse me, A period in ES it's officially resolved. The 8 overnight. It actually broke it by a couple ticks now, so no trade. Okay. CL's just icky. It still reads more like a short to me than a long. Most of the volume concentrated down here, down at the low. It's where the deltas are. If we were thinking TPO, which it's really too early to do, but if we were thinking TPO, where have we got more excess? Well, obviously we've got much more excess towards the top. So, yeah, I'm looking short at the moment just based on that alone, but we've got a nice price projector down there. Yeah, it's not really at anything particular. Yeah. So, and we've got structural quote unquote magnets in both directions, right? We've got that zero print in the middle of the overnight, which is certainly going to want to fill in, or very likely to want to fill in anyway. And we've got the overnight UB down at the low. So, magnets everywhere. Magnets everywhere, and not a one to play towards. I don't know, something. And ES heading lower. Okay. Let's see. Look at that. Look, that UB up at the top. So it's the thing about UB. And I think everybody, if they stick around, if they survive long enough anyway, they learn this, that UB is not an automatic get with it and go. And it's always going to go. It's always going to break. It's always going to resolve. It just doesn't work that way. And it took me a good few months to accept that and stop just automatically CUB, get with it instantly. And I did that over and over and over and over for a good long while. Kept getting run over and not understanding why. So, yeah, yes, is a mess at this particular moment. If I had to do anything, it would be a short, but yeah, it's kind of a mess. All right, so oil's pushing down. We had some aggression. Okay, ooh, all right. You know what? I like this for a possible zero print front run. That would be, wait, where's the zero? Where's the zero print? Hold on. That's weird. I don't have it. Oh, no, there it is. Never mind. Okay, let's see if I can get the zero print front run. Because I do like the A to overnight still being in play. The probability of this playing out has now gone up now that we are in B period in oil. All right, there we go. I'm short oil at 71. What is that? 11? 71.11. And I am still playing well, I guess it's beat overnight now. I don't know, whatever. I'm playing to the overnight. I'm still considering that my A to overnight is still in play because it never got there. But we're still pushing down. We're still inching down. And I still think it's eyeing that level. I think it's going to push towards it. So I'm leaning on the deltas here. And it looks like we're going to get our push now. UB, beautiful. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, that is what I was looking for. Oh, thank you, oil. That's what I like to see. If you fill in, okay, there we go. I'm out. All right, sweet. That was a nice additional little bite at that cherry. I'm at $360 today on the funded account. So I am going to leave that there. I'm done with that account for today. Not going to bother pushing it any more aggressively. And I'm up almost 300 in one of my evals. Oh, you know what? That's right. I did think that maybe I figured out what was wrong. No, I didn't. Okay, that wasn't it. Damn. No copies for me today. I'm so sad. I am a sad seagull. Oh, well. Anyway. Cool. All right. Well, I am going to just take a little bit of a breather, maybe go get some more tea. I got nothing else to do this period. And given that I do have one more period to go, I would like to, dang it. I want to figure out the copier so I could really make the most of having one more period left today. But to do that, I really got to get into that mode. I really got to get my head into troubleshooting debug mode. And that's not really very compatible with trying to do a live session, and trade and narrate and so forth. It really requires a different, like I got to put my brain into a different gear to debug. So yeah, I think I have no choice but to wait on the debugging. Then, of course, then again, I'll have all day tomorrow because I'm not doing my live sessions tomorrow. So I'll have the whole morning. So yeah, maybe I just end up fixing it tomorrow, or maybe I fix it later today. I don't know. We'll see. It's just going to be. God, you know what? I may have to use a sacrificial account. You know what? I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. I'm going to do my debugging with only one account, and that account is going to be potentially sacrificial. I'm going to have to do entries. Well, actually, it'll have to be two accounts because I got the master account and the slave account. So sort of two semi-sacrificial accounts. Either way, I'm going to be burning drawdown to do this. Hopefully not a lot, but I'm going to have no choice but to try fills in live fire, which sucks. That's like the whole reason to have sim for something like this, right? Is so that you can test and experiment and try things without having to. But I mean, hey, it could be worse. Could be real money, right? So at least it's still eval sim, and they were cheap evals too. These are my $20. 5 of them are my $20 Lilus, and 3 of them are my $3 Lilus. So whatever. If I burn a few bucks, so be it. If it means I ultimately wind up with a fully working, happy trade copier, that will be an investment worth spend. Yeah, exactly, Amy. It's just a cost of doing business. Is exactly right. It's annoying because I was all fired up this morning because last night, like I had everything working. Because I mean, you can see, like if I switch back into sim here, and in fact, if I do, let me just do this. Let me get that out of the way, and I'll put this over here. So like, there's all of my slaves, right? And you can see here, like if I go, let's say I short below them in delta. Let's just, boom, look at that. Boom, 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 boom. Right? I mean, it works. And I'll do a 8 account tick drill. Boom, there it is. I just got a tick across 8 accounts. Right? I mean, like, it's awesome. It's absolutely freaking awesome. And I'll stop in down here. In fact, you know what? This is what I'll do. I'll just play in sim, so at least I can pretend like the copier is working. I can imagine. Wow, see, this is what would have happened. Who wants to give to me first? Let's see. It'll be the top one. Maybe not. Come on. There it goes. Boom. All right. So come on, go away. Ah. Don't like trading with mouse. Okay, here we go. I am short everywhere. I see short entries everywhere. That's Amy's perma bear talking. I see short entries everywhere. I'm going to add here because it's sim. Why not? Let's see. Come on. There we go. Boom. Now I'm short 2. Look at that. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Everywhere. Woohoo. David, no. You cannot use different rhythmic logins. That is in violation of the CME's professional agreement, and nope, cannot do that. Okay, I am short 2. Sticking up at max delta. Since I'm just playing here, I might just have some fun with it. Damn, I stop moved everywhere. Isn't that cool? Look at that. So cool. And I could throw a target down here. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and throw a target down here and scalp one off if it makes a push down. Oh, what time are we anyway? It is. Oh, yeah, that's right. We already opened B period. I forgot. I was thinking it was like about to start B period in a while, but no, we're like well into it. Hmm. Come on, poke it with a stick. Oh, I was gonna go get some more tea. I totally forgot. All right, you know what? I'm going to do like one of the worst things you could ever do, which is to get up and walk away from a trade while it's on. But that's because it's sim and Monkey is saying go do it. So I'm going to go get some tea. Oh, Andrew, let's see. When you have the bugs ironed out, we should do a chat about how you put it together and what issues you had. Yeah, possibly. I don't know yet, Andrew, what I'm going to do with this. Um, I don't know if this is something that I want to risk getting out into the wild because it is exceedingly dangerous. There are so many different ways that the smallest little thing can screw you up and blow up massively. There's a lot of ways it can go horribly wrong. But so far, I feel like this is my most robust attempt. This is about the fifth complete tear it down and rebuild it from scratch rewrite. I did this one yesterday. I had a brain flash of a different approach to what I was trying to do that might be more reliable. Kind of counterintuitive, but yeah, it does in fact seem to be a lot more reliable. But yeah, I haven't had enough time to test it yet to know whether it's even remotely safe for anyone else's consumption because it can be very, very bad when it goes off the rails, as you can imagine. but but yeah, for sure. I mean, I did learn some really interesting things about spreadsheets in this process, though, about the order of operations within them and the order that they calculate values and what calculates first and timing issues between different sheets when you're doing things across sheets. And I learned a lot. This has been a very educational process. So there's probably a worthwhile chat to be had just about spreadsheet stuff in general. It looks like I may get my tick here. Yep, here it goes. Oh, come on, really? There it is. Boom. All right, so I got one off. Sweet. And just for giggles, I'm gonna put a, you know what the hell? I'll just pretend like I'm doing this for real. Put that up there, and I will even add again if we can get up. I would add again if we could get there. All right, I'm gonna go get some tea. I'll be right back. Well, I got my trade. I come back and it's gone. I thought, oh, what happened? Obviously, we moved down. Okay, well, I got the 8 overnight in sim, but whatever. Uh, so, you know, interestingly, Andrew, slippage has been almost a complete non-issue. I've been really pleasantly blown away by slippage not being much of a problem. Occasionally, yeah, a tick or two is what I will see, but most of the time, none. You know, unless there's a huge sweep on an entry or an exit. I really have not seen much slippage, which is really promising and quite surprising, frankly. But the bigger issue is just that you know things can go wrong. A trade fills in one account and not in others, or it cancels somewhere and not somewhere else. Imagine you have an order on somewhere and you say, I don't like this anymore, and you cancel it and you don't realize that it's still active on one or some of your slave copies. You can imagine you end up with an order over here, a trade on, and you don't even know it, because in real, right now I have this set up so that I can see these while I'm doing stuff, but it wouldn't be that way while I'm, for real. Like for real, this is my view on the world. Whoops. What the? Oh, because I moved this, I forgot. So this is my actual view when I'm trading. So I can't see any of my slave accounts here. I don't have any place to put them. I do have another monitor, but I've got all my trade windows on that. So it's looking like this right now. this little thumbnail right here. So it's got the other monitor over here, and it's got all the trade windows over here, and I've got a little bit of admin stuff down here for audio control. The chat, the Zoom chat is down here, participants list is down here, etc. But I don't have a way to really see all my slave accounts anywhere. Not a good one anyway. So, and I don't really want to add more monitors and all that. It's so funny because I've been a multi-monitor guy since about 1988, probably 88-ish, something like that. I've like always had multi-monitors back when, you couldn't do that in Windows and PCs and PC people would see that I had 3 monitors going. They were just like, what? How do you do that? It was a mind blowing thing. But today I've just really changed my tune on multi-monitors. I love that I basically have one screen. Okay. Yeah. I have my portrait over there that I kind of use for excess overflow. I just toss little extra things over there, but like, this is my view. This is my world. It's one screen. And so, I don't know, liberating, to just have one screen. That's it. This is everything I need to know. Nothing else. And I love that now. I've really gotten so spoiled at just this singular view into my world. So anywho, all right. Well, let's see. Well, you know what? Actually, wait a minute. I should bring that back up. Oil is done and dusted. Ada overnight is finished now. Where are we at? We're 10 minutes away from B period. Wow, ES has come down decently. I wonder. Oh, okay. We've got an old weekly POC down here at 65. Interesting. That's definitely within spitting distance. I like keeping these weekly POCs around for nothing. It's not a magic level. I'm not looking at, although it is a round number. That's kind of cool. But I'm not looking at that as like 65. That is my number. That is the line. That's not what I'm doing. This tells me that, oh, okay. This is where most of the volume was for a week, for an entire week. This area here was where most of the volume was. Cool. That's all I want to know. Just where has volume been? So there's that, plus a UB, plus an old emoji zone. So yeah, we've got some stuff down below. If I had Lee's ATR projections on here, which actually, wait a minute, can I add those? Hang on, do I have them handy? Qualifiers. Oh, no. I don't think I have any of Lee's stuff in this copy. Bummer. I can't put it back on again. I do need to put. I stripped my charts back so much at one point. I removed all of the IPs and everything, all the horizontal lines, value area, like all that stuff. I stripped it all out, got rid of all of it. And now I'm at the point where I'm so much more comfortable with my basic trading, the basic setups and how to read them, that now I'm at a point where I need to start putting back some of those IPs. And the ATR range is a very handy one, a very nice one that I like. Again, not because it's a hard and fast line. It's not. It's just, if we have an average day, where might we go? And it's a cool thing, especially when you kind of see it within striking distance. Then you have a reasonable assessment, especially if combined with other stuff in the order flow, that we could get there. So God, I want to get into debug mode so badly. I really do. I'm just like itching to just quit trading, go into debug mode, and just put on my debugger hat and figure out what's wrong. It's probably something bonehead simple. If I actually do, I have a hunch what it could even be, because I do have in my spreadsheet. I have I go to one of my master sheets. I have the ability to disable all the slaves at once. I can just turn this to true, and then bam, it disables all the slaves all in one shot. I don't have to go one by one, chart by chart. But then I have the ability to detect if we're on replay or not. And if we're on replay or not, I use that to certain things calculate their timing differently, because time of day is different, right? If you're in a replay, all of a sudden now is not now. Now is yesterday at 9 a.m. or whatever. So I had to do some stuff detecting replay or not, so that I could do testing in replay over the weekend, stuff like that. And I have a feeling that maybe that's somehow going sideways And it's when I'm in sim, it's doing the right things and behaving correctly and so forth. But when I'm not in sim, something is erroneously, incorrectly recognizing that we are maybe on a replay or we're something that we aren't. And so it's not able to execute the trades is the bottom line. I can see what's going wrong. In fact, here, I'll just, since we're on the subject, let's see, where should I do this? And I should do this in oil. Let me turn off. So, okay, actually here. So let me show you something. Let me open up a slave. Let's just go to slave, not slave one. Sure, whatever. All right. So here's these. Let me just, oops. Okay, these guys here. Buy entry, buy exit, sell entry, sell exit, right? Oops, actually, let me go over. Okay, there we go. These are the magic columns. If you've ever done any kind of automated spreadsheet trading, then you're familiar with this. This is where Sierra puts its orders, right? Buy orders always go here in K3. If this goes 1, it fires a buy order. 0, do nothing. Buy exit orders, same thing. 1, trigger an order. 0, do nothing, et cetera, et cetera. Sell entry, sell exit. So these 4 are the magic, right? These 4 are where everything triggers. And if I throw an order on here, right, these are not orders. These are just marking lines. They're just visualizations, right? They're not actually orders. And I had a version where it was actually placing orders on all the different sub slaves and everything like that. And it introduced a lot of possible places where things could go horribly wrong. It really, when it went wrong, it went very, very badly wrong. And it would do it inconsistently. It was very, very ugly. So that's why I said, you know what, that's a bad way to do it. Let's rethink this. So right now, what happens is when your order is first in, you just get a visual. That's all. And that also allows it to react instantly. I mean, it's just absolutely reactive, right? It is super, super interactive, responsive. It's freaking great. But notice there's nothing happening up here. None of these ever turn to a 1. We get nothing, right? That's because none of this is real. This is just a line being drawn on the chart. But now if I get short, let's just do that. So now I'm short. Okay. And notice all of these are short. And these say 0. You can't see it, but what happened here for a split second, sell entry, because I'm a short, right? Whoops, it's now going to stop me out. Whatever, get that out of the way. Sell entry turned into a 1 for a split second on all of my slaves, and they all got short. And then it went back to a 0 because the order is placed. It's done, right? And it needs to go back to a 0. So that's fine. All right, great, whatever. Let's flatten. But what's happening is, and I don't want to actually do it because again, I would have to actually place an order in my evals, which I don't want to do now because that, I'm not in that mode. What's happening is when I put the short on over in the master, it triggers and it fills, etc. And if I put an order on, right? If I do this, there it is. There's the sell entry, right? You can see it. But again, that's just a visualization. That's not real. That's not an order. That's just a line being drawn on a chart. It doesn't mean anything. It's just a line. But if I were to fill this, what's happening, and I could see it, is the sell entry turned into a 1, and then it stayed a 1. And if it stays a 1, then it never actually triggers the order. It needs to toggle. It needs to go from a 1 to a 0. And then that lets Sierra actually execute the order and whatever. And so this is getting stuck. So, for those who care about this kind of thing, who find this interesting, I could see that's what's happening. I don't know the why. That's what I have to dig in and figure out. It's like, what's causing that? And I'm betting it's something. Once I look into this and I see it, it'll be like, oh, yeah. I'm looking at I probably have a wrong cell somewhere. It's supposed to be column J and I have it on column I or whatever, some transposition error or something just bonehead simple. It's probably something like that. That once I find it, it'll be super obvious and I'll feel so silly and that'll be that. But that's okay. Because I still I've traded well. So, I'm pleased with that. I added 360-ish minus commissions to my quote unquote funded. Ugh, I don't even like calling them funded accounts because they're not. That's just such a lie. Unless you actually are with a company that lets you trade an actual funded account, like a Top Step or something like that. But gosh, I made tea and forgot all about it. I always do this. Okay. So do I want to keep playing? You know what I do? I do want to keep playing because I want to it's very satisfying seeing the copier do its thing. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just put this in sim. Yes. And I'll leave that up. I don't care. We got UB at the low. Wow. And we're pushing down. We got a minute to go. You know what? If we stop through here, I will get short. And if we come up to, if we can get up to maybe here, I'll get short. Whichever one of those fills first, I'll take. Just staking them out for now. And oh, in fact, hold on. Where's my? Oh, there it is. Never mind. Pfft, brain fart. Yeah. So you can see my sell entry here. Now it's only able to show one. So like if I move this one, you'll watch it jump. Or actually, no, sorry, that is the one that I was using. If I move this one, it'll jump. Boop. Now it's down here. Now if I move this one back, it's up there. So it always just does whatever the last one touched was. But really, whichever one fills will execute. So the visual, though, I can't have multiples. It can't track multiple orders. All right. We are open. And there we go. We're heading down. All right. Boom. I am short. I'm gunning for the UB, but of course it's going to tease me, fill, and then pull away. Wow. All right. You know, for giggles, I'll add up here if it gets there. Maybe even a tick lower. It's behaving so beautifully. This is how it should have worked. I don't know why it didn't, but I'll figure it out. Yeah, it is a little jumpy for sure, Amy. When B period opened, it got a little bit hyperactive there for a moment. Now look at that big liquidity sitting on the sell side right there. He just moved. Oh, he's okay. Interesting. So that's, I don't know if, well, it wouldn't be a liquidity provider because this is a yes, but whoever that is, they are, look at how they're jumping around. They're keeping, that's an algo. That's an algorithm for sure. Yeah, there's one, you can see it on both sides, in fact. So somebody is working an order into the book. There it is. You can see it. That's cool. Or at least of correction. That's probably not their actual entries. That's probably just there to kind of try to bracket the market because they want to enter one direction or the other in this area. I'm guessing short, and they want to keep it. They don't want it to go low. They don't want it to go down yet, and they don't want it to go up too far. They want to keep it moving down ultimately. So they're trying to kind of bracket the market and keep it in this area so that they can work their position. And I wonder, I don't use VWAP or look at it or have it anywhere or whatever, but I'd be interesting. I wonder if VWAP is down here. That would be an interesting little just piece of information to know, because that's of course how the brokers get paid, is their performance relative to VWAP. So, all right, we're still trying to push down. Can't do it quite yet. Yep. Yeah, scalping this, if you're scalping inclined, then this has been, really, really scalpable to the downside. Just scalp, take a handful of ticks, get out, do it again, do it again, do it again. This has been, because the overall lean has clearly been to the downside. There's no question. It's been past the first minute or so when this happened. It's been an obvious downwards lean. So you just play to the downside. You don't have to play both directions. It's a good thing to keep in mind, is you can just play in one direction and then wait. And it's good discipline, in fact, to know that, okay, well, it's going to be a short, but it's not right this second. But if it could get up here, it would be. And then it would be interesting. So I'm going to watch up there, or maybe I'll stake out an order or whatever. All right, there we go. Boom. We have pushed lower. 60 contracts, though. I don't think we're done. And what do we got down? Oh, yeah, that's right. We got that weekly POC, or not POC, weekly all right, yeah. Sorry, weekly POC. What am I saying? Weekly volume area is really what it is to me. So let's just see if we can get down there. 60 contracts is within range of my maybe we're done ohmometer. Maybe we're done-ometer. There we go. The maybe we're done-ometer. But we don't have the opposing aggression for this to be a price rejector. So yeah, I'm definitely suspecting we're going to continue to head lower. We weren't able to get up and get me a fill. Look at that, a tick away. Ugh. Well, I guess I picked the right spot, right? Looking at my other screen and all my all my other account domes or blinky blinky. Here, can I do this? Yeah, this will work. Here, okay. Yeah, here's what it looks like. Here's what I'm recording. Don't mind the infinite loop here, but here's all my trade windows, and you can see the ones down here. Well, they went positive now, but for a moment when it was above my entry, they were going back and forth. Red, green, red, green, red, green. It was Christmas. All right, and we're heading lower. I'm just going to take that off. I'm going to move stop up and 20 cent. Nope, we're still going. Well, again, 50-ish. Ugh, I hate 50-ish. That is just not what I want to see. But you know what? I'm not really doing anything structural here. I mean, this is not a structural play going for an old POC. I mean, come on, that's not structural. Yeah, it's trading towards old volume. Okay, fine, whatever. But that's not structural in the way that I'm supposed to be looking for. So this is pure monkey what I'm doing here. This is not within the legal legit bounds of my setups. This is just I can't switch into debug mode. I want to, but I gotta practice something. So I'm just looking for, can I get reads in the moment and take what I can take, and I'm doing it in sim. But this is definitely not, quote unquote legal trading for me. And let's shrink this back down. Go. Yeah, there could be a long here. I mean, we kind of ended nowhere. We got a little bit beyond the old TPOs. I mean, in fact, here, what happens if oh, whoops, this is oil. Wrong one. This is the one I want. Let's do this. All right. So ES TPO land. Okay. So all-time high, just a little overhead. We've got, see, right now the low is just kind of nowheresville. It's in the middle of a bunch of this. I'd be more inclined to think high volume reversal, possible long or something if we were down, somewhere down here ish. Like, especially if we could get down to like Friday's low somewhere, or at least, kind of maybe around like this cluster of what are these value area? No, what are these? Hang on, what are those lines? Those you beat? No, I don't know what those are actually. I don't know. I'll figure it out at some point. But anyway, there's this cluster of them, whatever these horizontal lines are. I put them there for a reason at some point, and there's a whole bunch of them all kind of in this little tight area. So I would love to see if we could get down into there, something like that. That would be a really interesting spot to watch for a possible high volume reversal. It's not to say that it couldn't be happening right now. I mean, maybe, absolutely. We do have a price rejector. It's not an amazing one. I would be much more inclined to say, yeah, we're done. If this was at like, 8 contracts or something, then, that would be a really good indication. But, we've got some aggression the other direction. So, it's trying to go. My eye keeps getting thrown off by this one. This is a CL. This is my extra CL chart. This is not an ES chart. I should probably, you know what I should do? I should do this just to give me a visual separator. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that way I know. Ignore that. These are the ES over here. So max deltas down here. Deltas are the wrong way around as well. So that's worthy of note. Now, if we can get beyond there, I'll stop in short. I'm looking at that delta in the pullback bar. Or if we can pull up higher, I might add up above as well. But I mean, really up above, I'd want to get in like closer to min delta, ideally. But I feel like if we can get down to the edge of this node, this high volume node, I feel like ledge break is a coming. Yeah, sweeps to the downside. Yep. 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 So I certainly like the overall, like if I was really going to be trading this, whether scalping, structure, whatever, doesn't matter. If I was really trading this, I would only want to be looking short. For me, I don't like to play both directions back and forth all the time. Like I occasionally do have days where I play both directions, but those are the days where the price action is unclear and or the structure changes. It flips on you. And 1 second it's doing one thing and then it just turns the other way. And so you say, well, nope. All right. My structural idea is invalidated. It's null and void, and we're going the other way. So, but just generally speaking, I don't like to be trading in both directions. I'd much rather just pick the one overarching thing, direction I can lean on, the structural cues, etc., and just go with that. And right now that would be short. We do have a price rejector down there, but price rejectors are not these magical inviolate levels that can't be broken through by any means. So wow, we are getting aggressive. All right, about to get stopped in. Boom, I'm in. All right, I'm short. I do believe our low could be in play here. Let's see. And oh, you know what? Are those the same? Hold on. What is that? That's at, what is that? 61 and a half. No, they're totally different. Okay. So this, what's it? Oh, that's the UB. I've got a different visualization on it. Okay. Well, another little thing to fix. All right. And since this is just a sim anyway, I still think the bigger idea is short. And I will throw one on here. Right at the edge. If it will give it to me, edge of the profile of the node, rather. Struggling to get through the delta here. There we go. All right. Oh, can I get it? And I got it. Okay. Short 2 now. I'll take one off if it pushes down here again. Okay, we're pushing back down through this delta. Trying to anyway. But 147 on the pullback bar. Yeah, and just pushed through that. See, I was saying my ideal short entry is more up here. Might actually get it. Okay. Ooh, okay. That was nice. It pushed up here and very quickly rejected it back down again. 10 contracts at the top. We do have a price rejector, but only just barely. I'm going to see about adding one here too. See if I can't scale into a bigger idea. Trying things that I don't ever really get to do, because this is not how I normally trade my setups. Okay, min delta is what I'm looking at as my structural who's in control, and it's sellers, and that's where they're in control from. So getting a little bit energetic here, a little bit of volume building. UB in the pullback bar. Okay, price rejector. Price rejector in proximity to min delta, I like, but aggression to the upside, I'm not wild about. But then see, and it come right back down again. Wow. Okay, yeah. See, this is the thing. The pushes down are a lot stronger than the pushes up. Yeah, bid getting slammed, exactly. So, the sellers, the way I'm interpreting this, and how do I know? Whatever. But the way I'm interpreting what's going on here is when the price is going up, this is less about buyers getting really aggressive and attacking, and more about the sellers just kind of backing off. Sellers just going, okay, let's let them come on up, and then the sellers step back up again, going, yep, all right, we're done, boom, and then they knock them back down again. I don't, maybe this is my bias talking. I don't perceive this as the buyers having a tremendous amount of strength. I perceive this push up more as the sellers just backing off and kind of letting them come in, letting them come. Because, they need that, right? The sellers need the buyers for liquidity, and buyers need the sellers for liquidity. Everybody needs everybody, even though everybody's trying to take everybody's money. So, let's just see what we can do with this little position here. Oh, Delta just moved. Okay. So sellers are in control from down here now. So maybe the sellers are starting to get a little more aggressive. Maybe. It's not really looking like it. They seem to be backing off again. No, but and then again, we just push it right back down. Okay, so right this instant, the buyers have wrestled control from the sellers, but they're not letting them run with it, right? No, they're trying. Okay. Oh, and then right back down again. Boy, this is interesting. We're at it. We got an edge right here for sure. Profile volume drops off there and gets thin. Oh, wow. Look at that. Zero delta. Dead heat. 853 by 853. Oh, sweep down. Okay. And right to min delta and then stop dead in its tracks. Nope. And now we're pushing through. Okay. Can we keep it going? Let's see. Yeah. Pushing. The deltas are still the wrong way around, which the way I generally, and on the pullback bar too. They're almost the same. In fact, the way I always interpret that is, we're not too high, we're not too low. We're going to move. We're going to go somewhere. So, where's that somewhere going to be? Don't know yet, but we're not going to stay here. So, is somebody building up a big old short here and they're going to just drive us lower? Or is this a sign of the buyers getting stronger and more emboldened, and they're going to launch us upwards? Well, you know what? Okay, here's a fun little exercise I like to do. Where would we have to get to? Like, what are the delta levels that could potentially flip to a positive delta greater than 741? Because that's what would have to happen for the deltas to invert, right? If the negative delta stays right where it is, and we get buying aggressiveness enough to flip the deltas back to normal. Oh, the min delta just moved away again, back to this level. Now it's back. In order for that to happen, 741 is the number to beat. So the only place that really reasonably would happen based on what's in there in the order flow currently would be either right here at 435, or sorry, at 8750. I mean, there's 435 contracts there. So we could get another 400 contracts and that would flip. Or up here at 97 even, 403 contracts. Oh, actually, sorry, there's one here too, 421 at 95 quarter. So those are kind of the three most likely candidates for flipping the delta to get the deltas the right way around. Of course, it could happen anywhere. I mean, it just takes a big buyer to decide to drop a bunch of contracts. If a big buyer right here at this 0 delta level were to drop 1,000 lot or something and sweep the book, maybe that would be enough to do it. And then all of a sudden the delta would flip. So it's not like those are the only levels it can happen. I just find it kind of, I don't know, intellectually stimulating, I guess, for lack of a better way to put it, to think like, okay, where are the levels based on what's there right now where that would be potentially feasible? And there's not a lot. And we haven't had any energy showing that we're likely to get all the way up to way up here or way up here. Now, could we get to right here and get another 300-400 contracts and flip the deltas? Yeah, okay, that's possible. Or there, contested delta, 375 right now. Yeah, that's certainly possible as far as can we get there? I mean, we are there. We've been there. But there doesn't seem to be the buying aggression enough to do that, at least not enough to overcome the selling aggression. The sellers are happy to sell whatever the buyers want. So I see this as the sellers are still very much in charge. They've just eased off a little bit. I would argue that because they want to pull more buyers in so that they can run them over. But if we see aggressive buyers suddenly show up, if some big player comes along and says, all right, that's it. I need to fill 10,000 lots long over the next 2 minutes, or something crazy like that, then the whole game would change rapidly. But at the moment, that's just not what's going on. They keep knocking them back down again. Every time the sellers ease off a little bit, they let it drift up and then they just whack it back down. RTY is pushing it. Yeah, I don't have my correlation up. Actually, that's a good point. Do I have? Yes, I do. Okay, cool. I have my correlations over here on my other screen that you can't see. Oh, yeah, look at that. Everybody's down. Nobody's really super close to breaking their ledge or anything. NQ is the closest. And NQ might, well, actually, it's really not that close. I had it the way it was zoomed. It looked closer than it was. Let me get everybody to be roughly the same-ish size. There we go. Better. So yeah, NQ is pushing its low. NQ is about to ledge break. In fact, it looks like NQ wants to ledge break lower. All right. Yes, we're starting to get underway, getting some traction here. The sellers are starting to step on it a little bit. It looks like. There we go. NQ's trying to get down there, trying to ledge break. Come on, baby. There it goes. Okay, here goes NQ taking a push, aggressive push. And NQ just ledge broke. Okay, sweet. I'm going to go ahead and get a stop in here ahead of this delta. Boom, I got one off. Okay, excellent. Nice. I'll just hide behind this delta here. And I'll hide you behind that delta there. And let's just see what we get. Boom, I'm out. And I'm out. Cool. All right, let's minimize these guys again now. How did I do? I am up 36 ticks in the master. I am up 33 ticks in every one of my slaves. So there we go. 3 ticks of slippage from somewhere. I don't know exactly where. Actually, let's take a look at that. Let's look at our, I need to go into all symbols sim today. Here we go. So the thing, analyzing results with a copier gets tricky because holy crap, there's a lot of trades. Oh boy. Oh my God. $3,000 day in sim. Let's just look at ES. We want ES H2 CME. No, wait a minute. I need sim ESH. Sim EH2. There it is. There we go. All right. So what are we looking at? Here's my master. These are my master trades. So let's compare entry prices and whatnot. 81 quarter, 80.50. Okay, so like right there, there's some slippage, right? Master entered at 80.50. Slave entered at 80.75, 80.75, 75.75, 75, 75. So all the slave accounts got 1 tick of slippage there on that entry. Let's look at the first exit, 25. And look at the exit here. Exited 80 quarter, 80, 50, 80, 50, 80, 50, 80, 50, 80, 50, 80, 50. So another tick of slippage on that one. So that one entered with no slippage, but it exited with slippage. This one entered with slippage, exited with slippage, actually. This one's quarter, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. So you can see the slippage, but it's a tick, and that's well within my universe of reasonable for a trade copier. The way I view it is it's the cost. Like the copier itself has an inherent fee attached to it, and that fee is, worst case scenario, let's call it 4 ticks. Let's say I had 2 ticks of slippage on the in and 2 ticks of slippage on the out. I've actually never seen that happen. Not yet, but it could, right? It certainly could. But that's the way I view it is, probably I've got anywhere from 1 to 4 ticks. I mean, 1 to 3 is probably a realistic range. 1 to 3 ticks of cost per trade. And honestly, a lot of the time it'll be none. So this one entered at 75, and then we have 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. Everybody got a tick of slippage on that entry. This last trade, 25, 25, 25, 25, 22, 20. Okay, this last trade had no slippage on the entry and no slippage on the exit anywhere. Yeah, see? So you can get trades that have no slippage at all anywhere. Now, admittedly, this is sim. So, I'm looking at slippage on sim, really? Like, that's kind of pointless, isn't it? But Sierra does, it estimates the Q, it approximates that. Sierra does allow slippage to happen on a sim, as you can see here. Like these are sim, but I still had slippage. So you can have slippage even in Sierra's sim because it's a really good sim. So, and from the tests that I have done, because I have done a little bit of testing in combines, and definitely using Sierra's own trade sim service, not the internal sim, but their actual external service that is on a server in Chicago and does a really good job of emulating live market fills. And I have seen similar results, same kind of thing. So limit orders for all of these. Am I using limit orders for all these? So I'm actually, depending on the behavior of price relative to entry, I am sometimes using market, sometimes using limit, sometimes using stop. I'm using all 3. I'm trying to be somewhat clever about what it uses and when. In certain, like if I do a market, like let's say I just market short here, if I just were to throw on a market, bam, 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 bam. So and then these do a market order, right? Because there is no entry order. I don't have a sell order. When you do a market order, it's just instantly sell it at the market. There is no order. So if I told this to use a limit order and I did a market entry here, we'd get nothing. Nothing would happen over here. So I had to have it be aware of this kind of thing. Another fun thing this does here, watch this. If I throw on a 3 lot, right? My entry clip size is 3. Watch what happens. If I say I sell 3, sell market. Watch the slaves, right? Watch these guys over here. If I say sell market, boink, they instantly catch up. So if let's say I spam, 1 lots here and I go sell, 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 sell. I'm clicking like a maniac. And then watch this over here. It should. I'm 17. No. Okay. Well, good. I just found, hang on. Okay. That broke. All right. This was working and it's broken right now. I have the logic set up for this to automatically recognize the fact that they're out of sync, that the master's got a bigger position than the slaves, and the slaves should track the delta in position size between the master and the slaves and automatically get long or short however many they need to at market in order to keep that relationship balanced. And I just caught a 17 lot with whatever that was, 5 ticks. Oh, sim trading. But anyway, that apparently is broken right now. So that's something else I get to look at. Yay, more bugs. But I did think ahead to that. And I do have some logic that attempts to keep the position sizes dialed in to each other. Boy, that weekly POC is right there. Look at that. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right, let's get short. Why not? And 90 by 100. Don't think we're done. Let's keep on pushing. There it goes. 20. Ugh. 20 could be done, but it doesn't look like it. Yeah, it's not done. Cool. UV. Great. I'm gonna stop in. Bam, there we go. Okay, I have a stop. This is treacherous here. I mean, we're so close to some old levels and things that, this is totally chasing. If I were to be actually trading this short, I would be so chasing. You see, now we've got a nice price rejector at the bottom, 23 contracts. That's pretty clean. 119 opposing aggression. That's nice. This could be even the start of a high volume reversal. This could be close enough to done that maybe this is our reversal coming. I don't know. Doesn't quite feel like it yet to me. Just purely feel. Oops, that's the oil. Say my eye did it again. I looked at this chart and thought, wait, what the hell's going on here? Wrong instrument. So, whoops, hello, not what I meant to do. Let's put that back. There we go. Let's go over here and shrink these down. So, all right, so that's where we are at. Oh, wait, what? We had that much of a gap? Wow. I didn't realize that we opened that far gapped down. Huh. Wow. All right, well, we filled it. That's for sure. Wait a minute. No, hold on. Is that Friday? Oh, that's Friday. Never mind. That's Friday's close. Scratch that. Yeah, today's open is like, or actually, wait, these are 30-minute charts. What am I saying? Yeah, so today's open is like here. Duh. What am I thinking? God, I'm thinking this was like a 5-minute chart or something like that. No. So that's today. Basically just that right there. Actually, really that. Yeah, 8:30. Boom. Yep, 131 ticks in ES, or 151. Sorry, I misread that. Yeah, 151 ticks. If you've got 151 ticks in ES on you at this point of the day, we're past. Actually, 7:30. So yeah, it's IB break time, frankly. And we have not yet broken it. Or wait, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Have we broken it? No, we have not. It's right there though. So yeah, this is the time. I don't like trading. At this time, this is definitely I'm done for the day. So for me, so on that note, on that note, I can speak. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this puppy up. This was a lot of fun. So thank you, gang, for participating. I didn't expect to be doing this today, but it was fruitful and has shown me what I need to look at for my copier. So I'm going to go into debug mode now and go fix this puppy. All right. It looks like we just broke the IB low. So if you were going to be trading today, the thing to watch for is the IB break, qualify it. How strong is it? Do we get a weak break? Possibly go all the way back into the range somewhere, at least half back, something like that? Or do we get a strong break and continue trucking? We shall see. Tune in next time and find out. No problem, Robert. Thanks for coming. Thanks, Amy. Appreciate it. Have a good one, gang, and we will see y'all in the pit. And tomorrow for Jeff's session, he's going to take my place tomorrow. So he's going to be do his best impression of me. God, I hope not. All right. Catch you all later. Bye-bye.